You know what? Like I said, I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm not trying to make trouble. I'm not trying to, you know, create such a goddamn wave and things. However, I was wronged majorly. Medical fraud with diagnoses such as the shits of the mouth. I doubt they documented that anywhere. So, me not having that is in my medical record for court is, a little bit troublesome. But it's exactly what they wanted. That's not paranoia, it's simply reality. Trying to find an attorney to do anything has been nothing but a nightmare as well. And there goes my knee rolling and popping again. Well, it looks like I'm walking in a straight line to me, but, with as goddamn much psychology and their fucking rapey shit as they pumped into me, who fucking knows? With the sick pieces of shit going so far as to fracture people's skulls. Also, they could live a better lifestyle than their salaries could afford them. So going from a single mother to being married into the school district and being jailer and driving a Tesla must have been really nice for Lisa. Man, I took prescription medication and I'm on cannabis and can walk a straight line backwards. Oh well. Apparently they're not as up to speed as they thought they were. There's somebody with Georgia plates. On our dead-end street. I don't like that. Oh, he's going to the neighbor woman's. You know what? Yeah, people are entitled to believe what they want to believe. With their religious freedoms, just as I am. If they want to believe when they die they're just dead, good for them. I don't believe that. If they want to believe that, our bodies turn into ash as they were, and that, let beauty come out of ashes. Let them believe that. In my opinion, how it is, all of us actually having a good time and getting along in some peaceful utopia without Mason County's policies and procedures. Well, those people are employees and they're important people. They're entitled to clean cannabis. We can't be giving them laced products. Not like you pieces of shit who run their mouth. That Georgia plate dude must have been delivering legal paperwork or something. Cool glasses. Nice Camry too. One of the new ones that look like the Avalon. No offense to Justin's grandmother. I think it was a 98 Camry. It was on its last leg, according to them. The body style she got, I think they're so ugly. The tail lights on them. These new ones that look like the Avalon are really sharp. Toyota makes nice cars. They're good cars. They last forever, from my experience. I have no clue what we're going to do for dinner tonight. I didn't go anywhere. I had mentioned getting a rotisserie chicken if I had gone to Sam's. I didn't feel like going out to Sam's. And people see that as a lack of motivation or some other negative symptom of mental health care, and it's so fucking annoying. First of all, completely sober, the room spins. I get dizzy. It's called syncope. Postural orthostatic tachycardic syndrome. Ask any fucking knowledgeable doctor. Totally sober. POTS. Going into tachycardia. It can make the room spin. But you know, doctors don't want to have patients who actually know what they're talking about. So if I don't feel like driving, I'm sure as hell not going to do it. Quite frankly, she can have soup or something. I have some instant Bear Creek soups, but she is so hard to please. I used to enjoy this dish that she made, but then, like, after the second time, I was like, ugh. She takes a pork loin and roasts it and makes a bag of minute rice, instant rice, and then mixes, like, this good quality honey mustard into it to make it like a saucy dish. It is so gross. I mean, it's not gross, but it's just too sweet for me. I made some really good tikka masala, and she was like, oh, that's too spicy for me. I'm like, it's not spicy, it's just different kinds of herbs, spices. They're not spicy spices, they're just tangy. Ugh. So just like last night, I made some pasta with marinara sauce, tomato-based sauce, and meatballs. Can you imagine me going through this as a farm kid with my abusive fucking parents, having this bronchospasm stuff that they just attributed to smoking? That's how much my parents smoked cigarettes inside. That's why my asthma was so severe. So between the wood-burning stove and them not even bothering to open a window while they smoke like freight trains, Dad more than Mom. But like I said, just imagine this bronchospasm or whatever it is. I'm no doctor. I'm just assuming. It hurts too. Imagine being a farm kid with my abusive fucking parents with a pitchfork right behind me and me not able to breathe. So, by all means, allow the court system to grant them their wishes. If people think I enjoyed telling my story, they're even sicker than I am. But it was a story that had to be told, nonetheless. Not because of the legal shit that I'm going through. Who the fuck cares? Write a check, stay whatever. Meet some new friends, find out some more good new shit. This is about what really happened to me in my childhood. Medical documentation to prove it. And all the people involved in enjoying it and helping cover it up. I've had it up to here with the medical gaslighting. They could at least amend the medical records to reflect the correct diagnoses. It would make me feel a little bit better, and it would help my mental health, as if they care. So, the mood swings, the hallucinations, the delusions that they alleged, all possible symptoms of PTSD. I'm just walking. No, who knows what she said? She gets on my last goddamn nerve, too. And then I just felt something punch me right here. But physicians, especially mental health care people in the state system, would rather label it as something like schizophrenia, because that's seen as, complete wounds, actual brain damage, blah, 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 or something like bipolar disorder to explain things like hypersexuality. Oh no, they weren't getting raped. That's a delusion. And they were trying to fuck people they shouldn't have been. That's where bipolar comes into play, the hypersexuality, at least for legal cover. I've been married into medical. I've been married into legal. I've been married into emergency medical services. I've been married into the Amish community. I've been married into the Latino community. I've been married into the African American community. I've been married into the Wesleyan Church, the Catholic Church, the Methodist Church, the Presbyterian Church, the Baptist Church. I've been married to bad people. Bad people. And I've been married to saints. My family are pretty bad people, if you ask me. With us, pre-same-sex marriage, it was all just literally notarized contracts. But even then, like with Edie Windsor and her case with her deceased wife, Thea Gill, wasn't it? Edie had, power of attorney, and it was in both their names and whatever. But because they were not legally married, she owed over $300,000 in estate tax, even though they'd been together for 30-some years. And, she had control of everything. But because they did not have a marriage license, a fucking, $50 piece of paper, she was supposed to owe the United States government $300 and some thousand in estate taxes. They must have been pretty well off. But that's beside the point. That's sickening. And the Obergefell case from Hamilton County is even sicker. Denying citizens who have paid in all their lives, who then get sick, simple, basic human rights. You all deserve the right to become married into our little system and to have the same protections as everyone else. But thankfully, donations and such were able to charter them a private medical jet to Maryland, even though when they returned home, their marriage wasn't recognized by the state of Ohio. The Sixth Circuit refused to acknowledge same-sex marriage, clinging to, it's before the Supreme Court. Yes, because of the Sixth Circuit. So as I told Erica Michelle Crawford, you people are never going to get anything done with those goddamn Kentucky goons. Hello, little squirrel. A real squirrel. You're never going to get anything done with those Kentucky goons, some of whom were involved when I was a kid. Our only hope is for the federal political climate to shift. And guess what? It did. Now all we can do is pray that they don't fuck it up. What is that? There's that little electric car again, but I can't see the name of it. These aren't the prescription lenses. I don't wear my Ray-Bans when I'm out chanting. God only knows who'll jump me, but oh well. And like I said, if you ever see me reaching in my pocket, I never carry. My hand either gets heavy or it gets cold. And it's just easier to put it in my pocket and swing my arms that way. Hell, what is in my pocket? The garage door opener? Oh, and my handkerchief. Because I have been crying today. Surprise, surprise. Didn't think you'd see that emotion. I'm just quite upset that my family and their human trafficking, unintentional poisoning, bullshit, decided to be such cunts. So my sister telling me, don't put your bare hands in our ice cubes. Ew. Do you think I could talk to her about being raped? She wouldn't even believe me about that Fayette County officer. My mother telling me that men don't get raped. Just like local law enforcement in Mason County, Kentucky. Just like Colin Courtney. Men don't get raped. What are you talking about? That's sickening. Men don't get raped. With their QAnon, it's only water vapor bullshit. So let me tell you about Mr. Boggs' wife's company, Primary Plus, making house calls for uncooperative people, if necessary, and comprehends hand in forced drugging and overdosing patients who keep trying to tell their story, much like my cousin Brandy, when excessive force was used during her arrest. They threw her in a suicide cell completely naked and stood outside drooling for hours. At least they gave me a suicide smock. So let's sit down and talk. I'm finished talking. Every time I tried to sit and quietly speak about my issues, well, Mom used to make us wear feed sacks for dresses. Well, you all sit your sorry asses down. I'm going to the milk barn to get some. We'll sew them together, pick us a mess of wild mustard, and dime. How goddamn fucking hateful can they be? All of it, every bit of it, ridiculous. People that can't afford to support themselves because of their shopping addiction, doing me a favor but making me feel guilty about it at the same time, all the while my fucking family sitting on my shit holding it hostage. I didn't want to sell to Michael and Shell. We could have gotten more money. But no, I didn't have a choice in that matter either. Thanks. think I'll go in and see what she wants for dinner and make my argument that I just don't feel like cooking again tonight. Well, that's fine. I'll just have soup. Always the negative. But then, to try to describe this to a mental health care professional, well, they're just, they have their problems and such too. Yes, but if you notate how they responded, well, that's fine. I'll just have soup. There's that guilt trip. You should be willing to do more nonsense. Well, let me tell you how my family wouldn't even bother to try to help me escape being raped, let alone finding effective legal counsel to take care of the goddamn matter. Well, I mean, with beepers up here in Hamilton County and all. Oh, fucking well. So huge thank you to all the law enforcement refusing to take my statement because you thought it was just paranoia, because you thought you were doing the right thing. So when I got out of Mercy Claremont and I came home and took all those Oxy and Valium and Cymbalta, thanks again, although it's mainly on Kentucky. But with the male officers here telling me that I couldn't file a report, Lieutenant Zeke, Springdale PD, told me I would have to go back to Mason County to file that report. When I talked to one of the female officers, when I expressed fear to life, oh, well, yeah, you can make a report anywhere if that's the case. Thanks again.